All right, chip of the day. It is a Thermoptics DN505-05. Lots of fives there. And it is a strange little part. It is a subminiature, proportionally controlled heater. It's a little alumina substrate that heats up. You put voltage on it, and it heats up to some programmed temperature. And so here's the data sheet. It just has power and ground, and you can put a resistor on their package, and that sets the amount of heating to do, sets the temperature. It's a 5-volt part. I turned it on. It took about a 1/4 amp when it's cold. It says here it can take up to 1 amp when it's really cold, I guess, but and it idles down to nothing at all once it gets up to temperature. So yeah. Here's a graph and a table of what value resistor to put on it to program it. And this is what my little part looks like. I pulled it out of some piece of equipment that I had. I believe it's actually a detector for X-rays using a solar cell, kind of a weird little thing. So there's a solar cell in the back and then a heater on this side. Actually should flip it around. The solar cell points up and then this heater thing would be on the bottom of it. But since we're talking about the heater, it's on the top right now. The red and black wires are the heater, and then the two frayed wires are the solar cell, silicon cell. So if we pop the top off, you can see there's a little board inside. And so that's what we're going to be looking at. If I flip it upside down, that you can see the kind of the solar cell on the back side of it. All right, so let's get in here a little bit closer. You can see there's a substrate with some resistors, deposited resistors and stuff in it. There's a couple chips. On the far right is the resistor that programs the temperature. And here we are even closer. And you can see there's a chip there. Everything's wire bonded off with gold wire bonds. Not exactly sure what all these chips are. I'm not quite sure. Especially that one in the lower left there. That's kind of weird. Here it is under one type of illumination. And yeah, I'm not quite sure what that chip is. It does seem to have some structure to it. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know what this is. Here's the temperature control chip, all wire bonded out. And we can even go a little bit closer than this. And there you go. You can see a little bit more of the chip. So I hooked it up and measured its temperature. Seems like it's running somewhere around 45 degrees Celsius, something like that. Yeah, it's a fun little part. I'm not exactly sure. Most of the time when you have an optical detector, you want to put a cooler on it. You want to run it at cold temperatures. This particular optical sensor or X-ray sensor, I guess, maybe it's better just to operate it hot and swamp out any other effects. And then if there's anything on top of those effects, maybe it's the signal you're interested in. I don't know. Anybody knows? Comment below. Anyway, that was Chip of the Day, a DN505-05.